So, have you ever thought about Judgment Day? This is your beer review number 28. Have a good evening, everyone. So tonight, we go out to a beer company called the Lost Abbey. The Lost Abbey, we can get some of their about information. We could, go and look at their locations just to see where they're about. Today I spoke with somebody that's very familiar with them. San Marcos, California in 2006. And then we have Cardiff by the Sea, California, San Elijo Avenue. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. So it's a California-based beer company, and they have this one right here. This is called the Lost Abbey, and it's called Judgment Day. The overall appeal that I give this, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Me being a man of faith, thinks about Judgment Day more than what people may think I think about. So, but we have something here that, I wouldn't picture Judgment Day being like this. I wouldn't see the four horsemen of the apocalypse necessarily as skeletons that are holding crosses and swords. I would see them as angelic figures coming down and doing God's will. Also on here, it looks like they have cherubim, little baby angels coming down too, and assist them in this with a fiery little background going on. So this is the Abbey Quad. This has raisins in it, and let us go to the website so you can see what I'm talking about. So we're going to go to lostabbey.com. You can see it up here. It's their beer, their Judgment Day beer. This one's an interesting one itself, a massive beer in every sense of the word. You can see that they have an amazing description there. Many of the Trappist breweries produce a version of this beer. It ages very well, and then it tells you the story of the Judgment Day. So some of the stuff in here, very close to what I believe, some of it a little bit different. Right here, we're not going to go into the theology of it, but the people that know, it says, for sure, each will thrash about in the tumultuous sea of uncertainty, not knowing in this abyss whether they bear the mark of the Father or the mark of the beast. We will know which mark we bear. It's not questionable. You'll know that. So, the rest of it is very, very, very poetic. So when you have a chance, go to this website, read the actual description here. They urge you to live an inspired life, find opportunities in everything, make a difference, seek out new and spontaneous adventures, and when you find them, embrace them as if they were the devil's song. I'm not going to be embracing the devil's song for an interesting life is worth living. Yes, it is worth living, but it doesn't give you a license or a pass to say you can do whatever you want. I ask people to do moderation in my videos because with moderation, you can enjoy some of the aspects of life that normally people will shun out. Yes, you want to do life where you fully lived it, but for me, my main goal is to tell people about my faith. Yes, there's aspects of my life that can be vulgar, and it's one thing that I'm working on, but me simply being able to embrace a very, very amazing craft beer has allowed me to speak into people's lives so far that they probably would not have been able to even be near me at the time because I was afraid to, sit down and talk. So here it goes into our aroma. There's layers of dark malt, alcohol. When they put alcohol out here that says that the ABV is going to be high, raisins and yeast all fighting to be the forefront. In the end, they cry mercy and settle into a joint role of supporting each other. This entire website is appealing because it's just very poetic. Abbey-style beers often emphasize layers of malt surrounded by yeast-driven complexities. On Judgment Day, ale is the result of lots of fermentables from malt, raisins, and dextrose. There is a very large warming effect from the elevated alcohol levels, which ensure your soul will be saved come Judgment Day. No, the warming effect from alcohol does not save. It also, if you can't control yourself, it will bring you down, but it does not save. Jesus Christ saves. This is not going to detract from the actual rating that I give this, though. ABV 10.2, special ingredients raisin. This is a style reference, Abbey Quadruple Ale, and they suggest that you pair it with desserts, sweet dishes, or stand alone on its own after meals. part of the recommendation, I would say I wouldn't take my theology from a beer company, but also if you're watching this review, you're probably not going to take your theology from me. Take it from the Bible, the thing that we can all stand back on, okay? So, just look at this website. Beautiful, very poetic. You can see the events down here as well. They have tasting room hours. If you're near that area, go check out the Lost Abbey. Again, I'm not sponsored by them, but the appeal of this beer is pretty high up there for me. Thank you, and we'll get back to the video. Back from the website, and we saw that it was extremely poetic. I gave this beer a 9 out of 10 because, honestly, the appeal of the bottle really caught my attention at first. And you can see that you can have the different little symbolisms that are on the actual label. This is a 750 milliliter bottle. They suggest that you're going to, cellar store this at 50 to 55 degrees and also serve it at that same temperature. So on this back right here, we have a description, but on their website, as you saw in the previous little section of this video, it has this poetic description of what's going to happen. And they ask you what you're going to be doing when Judgment Day comes, and they say, hopefully you'll be drinking this bottle. I'm not trying to get all religion on you, but if you are, good. If you're not, hopefully you're out reaching people. And I don't want people to think that you can be detracted from what you're made to do just by simply looking at a really good brew. But hey, that's what it said on that website. I'm going to provide you some other information. It's a great beer company, as it looks like. And the description was very poetic. So let's do a pour and see what we have. With this beer, you're going to want to be careful, okay? This beer has a ABV that's just out of this world. And basically, the ABV is 10.2, if I remember correctly. 10.2. We have a special ingredient in this that is raisins, and they are trying to reference the Abbey quadruple ale. Early in one of my first, after the reviews, I mentioned Trappist monks, and these people mention it too. They also mention that many monasteries have a beer that they brew as a similar style. So this brewery is trying to mimic that, and you can find this beer, the Judgment Day Abbey Quad, with raisins in it in 750 milliliter bottles like I had here, and also on draft at those selected locations that they give. Aromas. Yep, it's sweet as such. Something that almost sweet like a grape. This quad was made in order to ensure that, they could allow this thing to age well, and with its aging, then you have more, enhanced flavors. You saw the different things on there as I went through the website. They also recommended that you pair this with desserts, sweet dishes, or stand alone on its own after meals. A standalone, word of caution here, if you're going to drink this as is, I would split that bottle up into 2 or 3. 10.2 ABV is pretty strong, and it could knock most of you on your butt, including myself. So be responsible, and I ask you to drink in moderation. So let us first have our sip. It's honestly, you do get that warm alcohol warming effect that they talk about on their website, but you also have the sweetness that comes by. This quad quadruple ale is just done really well, and the company knows what they're doing. So far we have a rating of 9 out of 10 for its appeal because of its label and how the website's laid out, and then we also have rating of an 8 out of 10 for its flavor. 8 out of 10 simply because I think that there are better out there. If the Lost Abbey disagrees with me, it's fine, because one, I'm not sponsored by them, and I'm just giving you my opinion. So I appreciate those people that have subscribed, those 15 subscribers. Tell your friends. Please like, comment, and subscribe below. And give me a comment if you disagree or agree with how I state this, okay? So as always, drink in moderation. I love you guys, and have a good night. So up here we're going to subscribe. Over here in this corner we're going to have a YouTube choice, and down here in this corner we're going to have the most recent after the review corresponding to this video. Have a wonderful evening.